What's going on, y'all? I'm doing a little install video and talk about some hub-centric eBay spacers I bought. My wheel might fall off, my wheel may not fall off, who knows? My other side, I've already got the tire off on the other side, so here is one side kind of showing you my wheels are pretty much even with the truck. Now these are 2-inch wheel spacers, so they are going to stick out quite a lot, I'm hoping. I don't want to spend thousands of dollars on some wheels, which I will down the road, but as of right now, it's just temporary. Temporary might turn into a year, but who knows? Ignore the bumper sticking out because I got into an accident, but I'll be replacing that too. So I've already opened up the box. Wheel spacers have a good bit of weight to them. They're like 5-6 pounds. I was surprised about that. They are Supreme wheel spacers. They come with instructions. They come with everything you need, contact information, instructions, which we don't really need. Come with a bunch of stickers. I might put one on my hard hat for work. Comes with a little bottle opener, a little thing for your rear view mirror, which I'm not gonna use. I don't know what these little rubber pieces are for. I haven't quite figured that out yet, but overall pretty excited about it. Already got this wheel off, and here they are. Like I said, 5-6 pounds, pretty heavy duty. I paid about 150 bucks for them. I didn't want to spend the $60 on some wheel spacers that weren't hub-centric, because everyone knows what happens when you do that. Your wheels literally fall off the second you take it off the jack. So I went ahead and I went to go put this one on, and I thought to myself, oh great, it doesn't work, it doesn't fit, but it lines up perfect. And then when I was on here, I noticed we had a little bit of a wobble, and I thought, well, nope, not using that. But on the original stud, you can see the stud down there. I have a little clip right here, and I had to stop and go get me some pliers. I'm about to yank that puppy off. Now originally, the rim, the inside of the rim would sit, this wheel right here, the inside of this lip, you know, it would go all the way against the tire, and the rim would fall on this lip right here. So this takes a lot of support from the wheel. When you buy wheel spacers that aren't hub-centric, they don't have this lip, and literally your studs are taking all of the weight of the tire, and that's why they always break. These come with a little lip for your rim to sit on, and on the back they're grooved, so they'll adhere to the hub very well. They'll fit flush. Well, at least that's the plan, that's the theory. They are eBay bought, but this is a good company that made these wheel spacers, so I'm not too worried. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of clean up this face a little bit. I'm gonna get some pliers, I'm gonna yank that off, and I will go ahead and put this on and put the wheel on, and I'll show you then. I did buy 2-inch wheel spacers. They are pretty big because I didn't want to have to cut the original studs, and you see here with the 2-inch spacers, you know, you have about a 1/4 of an inch before that stud sticks out, so I don't have to cut nothing. If I don't like the wheel spacers, I can yank this off and put the studs, the wheel back on the original hub, and I won't have to worry about having cut studs. I really did not want to do that. That's why I got the 2-inch. Plus, you know, they'll stick out a little bit further, look a little bit more stancy. I live in Louisiana, and there's hardly any laws on trucks down here, so I'm hoping, you know, here's a back wheel shot, pretty much flush. I have ATs on my tire, my truck, so they have, the grip will stick out just a little bit, but at the top you can see it's pretty much flush, so I'm hoping this will give me a little bit more stance. So I'm gonna go ahead and do some video magic, cut this, and show you the finished product on this. One thing before I cut the video I forgot to mention is I do not want this hub to fall off because of loose lug nuts. One thing I bought was this medium strength thread lock. I'm just gonna put a drop on each one of these. I'm gonna go ahead and put the hub back on, and everyone I've watched videos putting these on says make sure you torque it to 90 pounds or 80 pounds, whatever your manufacturer. No, fuck that. My impact socket, sadly, will not fit in here. I can only fit a regular socket. I'm going to break the socket, I don't care. I'm going to hammer down on these lug nuts. I know it's not gonna break these studs. I've never torqued these down the way they're supposed to. I've always used my compressor and my gun, and I've just torqued the hell out of it. I do not want a wheel flying off. How embarrassing is that? And the same thing with these. Now these are pressed in. I'm a little wary about using the torque, the the air gun on these just because they might snap, but if they do snap, fuck it, I'm gonna go ahead and just take it off and take them all off and not use them, because if it can't handle that, then it can't handle the normal wear and tear of driving around. We have very bumpy roads, we have potholes just like any other state does. We have bad potholes. If it can't handle impact gun, putting lug nuts on here, then it should not be on my vehicle. So I'm gonna hammer the hell, excuse my language, hammer these lug nuts on here, make sure these don't fall off. I'm gonna go ahead and put my thread locker on here and put my spacer on there, and then I shall go from there. All right, so I kind of got a little antsy. I didn't even torque down the wheel spacer yet. I just put the wheel on. I just want to see how it looked. And like I said, mine this right here, this is an eyesore. I'm gonna get that fixed. And you can already tell sticks out a whole lot. Vito doesn't do it justice. Let me do it from this angle right here. I mean, it just gives the truck so much more. Let me come over here. Get a shot from the front. I hate that bumper. You can't see nothing. I might have to do this with the rear. And then you can see the front. I mean, the front, you can barely see it sticking out. It looks like nothing. And it's the same tire, and the tire already looks more beefy. Like I said, once they get that front bumper fixed, it's really gonna stick out a whole lot more. Super excited. I'm gonna go ahead and pull off this tire. And there's one thing I do want to show y'all, because I am a backyard mechanic. I don't necessarily have any help, or well, basically I just don't have any help. Someone comes step on the foot brake. So if there's any do-it-yourselfers out here watching this video questioning buying some wheel spacers and well maybe I won't be able to put them on, and it's very easy. I mean, realistically, with me stopping and looking at everything, might take me a little while, but this should be about an hour's worth of a job. Go ahead and pull this puppy off. You over there. All right. One thing I did want to show is when you do go to torque these down. I got my little ratchet right here. Oh no, the hub's spinning. I can't torque this down at all. So what I'm going to do is, and a lot of y'all probably are waiting on me to say this, I'm going to stick this screwdriver right here, push it over there so the metal's on metal, and that'll allow me to really torque down these wheels. And I'm gonna go ahead and cut the video so you can't see the eye cringe and the oh my god, what is he doing on here. I'm gonna put a bar on here, and I'm really gonna tighten the fuck out of these lug nuts, excuse my language, and we'll go from there. All right, we're on the passenger side, driver front, got my screwdriver in, and I am cranking down on these. Now, for anybody who has never done this before, never worked with wheels before, you always want to do a bolt up in a star pattern. So I'm gonna get everything snug, and then I'm gonna go from the top, and it doesn't matter which direction you go, you want to do like a star pattern. So I'm gonna go from the top, then I'm gonna go to the bottom here, then I'm gonna shoot across and go to here, then I'm gonna shoot straight across and go to here, and then I'm gonna go here. I'm just gonna keep repeating that, tightening down as much as I can each time, and then when I feel like I can't do it no more, then I'm just gonna do one final all the way around in a big circle and just put my last little oomph into it, make sure they're as tight as they possibly can be. Now, each vehicle manufacturer has its own specs on what your lug nuts should be torqued to. Me personally, I'm just gonna hammer down on them so they just don't come off. I'm sure there's some actual mechanics out there that are gonna be like, man, you shouldn't do that, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. I'm not gonna be the statistic that has wheels falling off due to lack of torque, or hopefully not just wheel spacers, but we will see. All right, you guys, just got finished putting these spacers on, and man, oh man, video doesn't do it justice. They look like they're barely sticking out, but in person, you can really see these puppies. Makes the truck look so good. You can see now they're no longer flush with it. They're sticking out a good portion of the truck. 2-inch spacers, the wheels look like they're sticking out another 3 inches. That's only because the tread of the tire and everything, but all in all, I am obsessed. Looks very good. Changes the whole demeanor of the truck. Let's see if I can't get a... Oh yeah. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start it up. Make sure it doesn't rub on the fenders, which I don't think it will. We never came close to rubbing before, but you never really know. I mean, I'm just pumped. I'm gonna take it around the block, do a little hard accelerating, hard braking, if my wheels were gonna fall off. I wanted to do it during the testing. Now when I'm barreling down the highway on my way to work tomorrow. But super pumped. Again, these were bought off of eBay. They are hub centric. Very ecstatic about it. If y'all have any questions or want some updates, comment down below. Let me know. Hopefully I can help y'all out a little bit. Hope y'all enjoy the video.